5 practical tips to incorporate into your everyday life for building self-discipline. Today, I want to talk to you about the things you can do every day to help build self-discipline. Have you ever wondered why some people are more successful than others? I thought about this question a lot before I started my success journey. I found it incredibly unfair that there seemed to be a select group of people in society who had it all, and the rest of us were just bystanders on the outside looking in, hoping and dreaming that one day we would achieve the same level of success. Although my family were not poor, we were far from rich. We were middle class. My dad was a university professor and my mom was a nurse. Anytime I would mention achieving anything other than having a normal 9-to-5 job, my dad would shut it down very quickly and say something like, "Unfortunately, the gods didn't choose our bloodline to be rich, so I suggest you focus on getting an education and a stable career, because that's the only way people like us can have a decent life." I carried this limiting belief with me for many years, until I started studying the lives of highly successful people and found that many of them were born into abject poverty. I quickly realized that no one is chosen by some mystical figure to succeed. We make that decision ourselves. As I dug deeper, I discovered that successful people all had one thing in common. They were extremely disciplined. On their way to the top, they sacrificed a lot and did things they didn't want to do in order to make it. Even though they were average before they became successful, they didn't think like average people, and they didn't act like average people. These people were awake before everyone else. When they came back from their day job, instead of sitting in front of the TV like everyone else, they worked on their goals. The problem with self-discipline is that it's difficult. You're forced to step out of your comfort zone, and humans don't like doing that. We would rather remain comfortable. But if you don't push yourself, you will never succeed. The good news is that everyone can develop self-discipline if they are willing to put the work in. So, here are 5 tips to incorporate into your daily life for building self-discipline. 1. Get an accountability partner. I am a firm believer in accountability partners because when I got one, my life changed for the better. An accountability partner is someone who will hold you accountable for the things you say you're going to do. You can check in with each other every evening to discuss how your day went and what's on your to-do list the next day. It works because someone else is monitoring you. And while the most important thing is not to let yourself down, you feel embarrassed when you let someone else down. And so to avoid that feeling, you make sure you get stuff done. When I was a kid, my room was never untidy because my mom wouldn't allow it. I couldn't do anything unless my room was spotless. Because I knew my mom was always inspecting my room, it was always tidy. My mom was like my accountability partner. Because I knew she was watching me, I did what I had to do. Now, it's important that your accountability partner is on the same page as you. This person should have achieved a level of success that you admire, or they should have made the same decision as you to start their success journey. None of my friends fit this category, so I found mine in a Facebook group, and he is still my accountability partner to this day. If you are in the same predicament, there are plenty of online communities where you can find an accountability partner. 2. Do something every day that you don't like. Doing something every day that you don't like will help you build resilience and mental toughness. I hate swimming. I've always hated swimming, and I will always hate swimming. So guess what? I swim 10 laps in the pool every day. Despite the fact that I've been swimming for over 5 years, the thought of it still sends shivers down my spine. However, It has benefited me tremendously, both physically and mentally. You will be surprised to know that a lot of professional athletes don't like training. Footballer Randy Moss openly admitted to hating practicing 3 times a week and chose to practice with his teammates twice a week instead. Usain Bolt said that he can't stand training and claims that it is the cause of his many hamstring injuries. Basketball player Allen Iverson also admitted to hating practice, but they all do it anyway because they know it benefits them and the team. What you'll find is that the athletes who practice the most are known as the best in their sport. The late Kobe Bryant trained more than his teammates, and he developed this habit in high school. Although practice was scheduled at 7 a.m., he turned up 2 hours earlier. Throughout his career, Bryant trained 4 times a day, every day. The footballer Cristiano Ronaldo is the same. He spends the majority of his day training, even during the off-season. His strong work ethic is why he is known as the best footballer in the world. Whatever it is that you don't like doing, do it every day, and this habit will drastically improve your self-discipline. 3. Exercise every day. It is a scientific fact that exercise helps build self-discipline. It's a known fact that exercise boosts our mood because feel-good hormones are released when we work out. But studies suggest that these feel-good hormones also help us make better decisions. Decision-making is what self-discipline is all about. Do I eat a piece of cake or an apple? Do I stay in bed or get up? Do I work on this project or scroll? Every decision you make improves or weakens your self-discipline. Because when you give in to temptation and experience that dopamine rush, you want to feel it again. And to do so, you'll keep on making bad decisions. The same applies when you make the right choice. You get a dopamine rush because you're proud of yourself. Add exercise to your daily routine. Experts suggest that adults should do at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity activity per week, which is about 20 minutes per day. You don't need to go to the gym to exercise. You can go for a run or do a workout video at home. 4. Wake up and go to bed at the same time. Without getting too scientific here, the body works on a circadian rhythm, which is like an internal clock that keeps everything in working order. It is aligned with the cycle of day and night. To maintain a healthy circadian rhythm, it is essential that you have a consistent sleep schedule. If not, your circadian rhythm gets knocked out of balance, and it causes restlessness, tiredness during the day, bad decision-making, and many more ailments that you would much rather avoid. Studies have found that a regular sleep schedule improves cognitive abilities and focus. Your brain can process information more efficiently. Your mood and your decision-making skills also improve. There's a lot more to self-discipline than making a decision that you're going to become more self-disciplined because everything needs to be in alignment. For example, when I decided to get serious about writing my book, I quickly realized that one of the things holding me back was junk food. I had every intention of writing after work. I thought about it all day, and I knew what I was going to write. But as soon as I ate that large pizza with fries and chugged down 2 cans of soda, I only had enough energy to lie on the couch scrolling. So it's really important to get every area of your life in order if you are going to win this race. 5. Remove all temptations. Oscar Wilde once said, "The only way to get rid of temptation is to yield to it. Resist it, and your soul grows sick with longing for the things it has forbidden to itself, with desire for what its monstrous laws have made monstrous and unlawful." In other words, human beings don't have the strength to resist temptation, and when they attempt to do so, They put themselves through terrible suffering. So the only way to get rid of temptation is to give in to it. I totally agree with Oscar Wilde's stance. I don't remember a time I've ever been able to resist temptation. And so instead of putting myself through the torture of knowing it's there but I can't have it, is to remove the temptation. For example, when I changed my diet to improve my health, I threw out all my junk food and replaced it with healthy food. Whatever your temptations are, get rid of them, and you'll find it a lot easier to focus on what you've set out to do. You are not going to develop Cristiano Ronaldo's self-discipline overnight. If, like me, you've spent your entire life doing the bare minimum, it's going to take you a while to get yourself together. It will be extremely difficult when you first get started. During the first 7 days, you'll feel as if you've given yourself an impossible task. But once you push through those 7 days, it will get a lot easier. I'm cheering you on as you start your journey to build self-discipline. If this video has helped you in any way, smash the like button and share it with friends and family. And if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Subscribe and turn on your post notifications so you are alerted every time I post a new video.